Thank you for joining us for In the Garden. I am joined here by Craig from Grange Co-op, and today we're talking about camellias, this gorgeous, gorgeous plant with lots of colors. Craig, what can you tell us about these plants?
Yeah, so camellias are one of those plants that this time of year, you get into April, you get into May some, and you really see just these awesome, intricate, many-petaled flowers that camellias have. Just a really awesome, very beautiful flower. They grow on evergreen plants. The plants are not going to be deciduous. They're not going to lose their leaves in the wintertime. They are a plant that really wants to grow in a shadier environment. So these are perfect for a side of a house, a north side of a house, maybe an east-facing side of a house, somewhere where you're getting not full sun, getting quite a lot of maybe filtered sun or a fair amount of shade. They're really awesome plants to grow in a very kind of specific type of environment. They require quite a bit, they want some acid soil to grow in. So what we use when we plant them, we always plant them with an acidic mix. When we fertilize with an acidic fertilizer. But just a really top-notch plant that this is the time of year to come in. Lots of selections, lots of colors, anywhere from kind of the whites to the really dark pinks, almost to a red, all the shades in between. Just a really, really awesome plant to, if you have a good spot for them, really awesome plant to have in your landscape.
Okay, so you mentioned the fertilizer and the different types of soils. Is there a specific kind of soil and fertilizer that people should look for at the store?
Yeah, so when you come in and you buy one of these, we're going to always steer you to a G&B acid planting mix. This is one that you would, when you dig the hole maybe twice as big as the pot size, mix some of this acid mix in around the root ball, and then you can also top dress with this. It's a good thing to do also if you have some existing plants, to buy this to just use as a top mulch around those plants. They really like that acidity in their soil. Also, your fertilizers that you use are specifically going to say that they are for acid-loving plants. So this one here says rhododendrons, azaleas, camellias. This is the same kind of fertilizer you might use on a blueberry, something that really likes that acid. It's a specific type of fertilizer that you always want to make sure and use. They are really just incredibly hardy plants for our climate. Where we are, we're kind of that nice where we don't get too cold for them. Just a really, really good plant to choose. Like I said, some of them are blooming this time of year. There are other varieties that bloom in the winter time. And so actually that's what some of these other varieties are that you don't see flowers on here. They're winter bloomers. So there is a nice mixture. You can pick different kinds, having blooming different times of year. But like I said, finding that kind of a shadier spot is really the key to these guys, and they are just gorgeous, gorgeous plants.
So let's talk about watering. How often should we water the summertime and the wintertime plants?
Best things to do on these is to have a drip system set up so that you're giving them a good amount of water. They're not really drought resistant. They're not something you're going to want to just put out there and forget. They are going to want regular watering. Exactly how often that is and how much to do, it depends a lot on what the actual soil is. Some soils are going to drain a lot faster than others. So best thing to do is if you're going to put them on some kind of a drip system, and then you're going to have to kind of get them set and then kind of adjust from there to see kind of what the needs are, is how long is it staying dry or how long is it staying moist before it turns dry. It's going to depend a lot on what the soil is. Main thing is that this is the time of year when most of the varieties bloom. So right now, if you come into our stores, you're going to get the biggest selection. We do carry them year round, but later on in the season, we don't have nearly as many because frankly, they're not blooming that time of year. People usually want to buy them when they're in bloom. They can see what the colors are. Like I said, quite a few different colors to choose from. So I would really encourage you, if you're thinking about it, come on in now. Because like I said, this is the time you're going to get the best selection.
All right, thank you. And thank you guys for joining us in the garden. If you want to learn more information about these beautiful, beautiful plants, you can check out a Grange Co-op store, or you can look on our website at KDRV.com. Thanks for joining us in the garden.